Hi, how you doing? I'm trying to make on my phone. Sorry about that. My name is Bruce Brittimes. I'm a real estate broker with Brittimes Realty. Hi, how you guys doing? And I just wanted to introduce myself. Now, you probably heard a lot of stuff about me, heard some of my music, maybe that I created, I truly love a lot of gospel music, a lot of music still talking about real estate. I'm from a music background. My family was in music. My mom used to sing in a quartet. I don't know if y'all know what that is, but that's a group of about 4 or 5 people, and she was a lead singer in the quartet. I used to sing on TV with Daniel Gospel Singers. It was awesome, awesome, awesome. Kind of brought me out my shyness to a little bit. I'm still shy now, but not as shy as I was then. Not as shy, but I was shy. I'm not sure if this thing taping, so I'm finna get a little bit closer. Let's see. And guess what? It is taping. Duh. It's all my face close up. So I ain't got no hair, so you probably seen none of that. But I ain't got no hair. So basically, so so I come from a background. We sung some songs in the gospel music. We got Greater Jerusalem Baptist Church. It's the church I had attended, and the group was called Greater from the Danish Gospel Singers. That's the name of the group. A lot of famous people came in the group. I don't want to call out their names too much. I didn't get their permission, but it was fun. It was fun doing high school. We traveled all over the United States. You know, not United States. We drove a lot of different places: Louisiana, California, Louisiana, and Texas, the main areas. But it was fun, fun, fun. Kept me out of trouble. But I'm a real estate broker, and I love, love, love real estate. And I like to talk to you about what's so great about Bridge Times Realty because everybody has a realtor in their family. And I love some of the families that say, I like this. I can sell eggs to a chicken. I can make them scramble it up, put some onion and bell pepper, all those ingredients, make his own omelet, and make him eat it too. Well, I'm not in the selling business. I don't sell anything. That's not what I do. What I do, it's almost like, have you ever heard this thing? It's like a dating app. And dating app asks you all these questions like, what do you like? You like a man? You like a woman? What you like? Do you like them tall? Like them short? You like bald head men? Or you like men with long hair? What do you like? Do you like men who look 6'4"? Yeah, slightly athletic body. What do you like? And so these are some of the things that the dating thing asks because they're trying to analyze people that could probably fit what you're looking for, which is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. The analytics comes into play and say, well, be going crazy and mad. Oh, this look good. That's gonna be right together. Oh. So I ask him, do you want to get married again? No, yes. Okay, go ahead. What kind of friends you want? You want to be a friendship, somebody talk on the phone, and start mixing all that stuff together. You got chef and all kinds of ideas. But it has to be local. I live in Houston. Can they live in Dallas? What's the furthest they can go? It goes all those things, all the variations, and it comes together and makes one analysis. And then finally pick that person and ask you everything you need. And guess what? First you had 1,000 people, now you got 100 people, now you got 50 people, now you got 10 people, then you got five, the top five. That's how it is with me in real estate program. I ask you all these questions. I ask you what kind of credit score you have. I do that for one main reason. Some people I can't send you to because your score don't meet what they're looking for. It just won't happen. I got lenders go all the way down to a 500 credit score. But if I got lenders who want to go down to a 580, if I send you a 550 credit score to that person, denied. What I just did to your ego, crushed it, crushed it, crushed it. You're not gonna be happy about that. And that's not what I do. I make dreams come true. I make it happen. That's what I do. So I analyze. Okay, I analyze to the point that when we talk and say, well, how long you been on your job? Do you have an income coming in? What's your income? You know, I ask all kinds of different things because it's important for me to match you up with the right lender so we get the right outcome. And it's always ideal to have the great credit score. That way we won't have to worry about all that. I had a person call me the other day and say, well, I had this, I won't call the company name out because I don't want anybody to tell me I'm ragging on this company. But I had someone call me the other day, Bruce, and because I did reach out to them, and then they asked me what my credit. They want to they want to pull my credit because they want to see my credit score is. Should I do it? I said no. And why I said no? Because you can go to my FICO credit score and get an idea what your credit score is, and it won't hurt your credit. It won't be a lick on your credit like that. Until you're actually ready to go buy a house, why are you having these people pull your credit report? One, you have an inquiry on your credit report. Plus, you got a lick, you got a hit on your credit report, and then they hit your credit score. So the credit score go down, whatever amount of points you go down. Like everybody's different. How much you go down? You can go down 25 points. You can go down whatever amount of points it goes down to. They have their own analytics on how the credit goes down. But it goes down. And you're not even ready to go look at a house. You just wanna see if they can say, yeah, I can get your credit, get your house. But that's anything just to run your credit. It's a system. It's a system. How many houses how many people can I get this month who are the manager running credit? That don't mean you won't get a house. You just ran your credit for nothing. You heard it for nothing. My FICO credit score. If you have any questions, please give me a call. Bruce Brittimes. I'm a real estate broker, Brittimes Realty. My number is 281 513 2476. 281 513 2476. Now back to what I was saying before. Well, all got somebody in the family sell real estate, and that's one. I don't sell real estate. I match up people what you're looking for. Well, I want a nice sized backyard. I don't want a two-story home. Okay. I don't want to be in the HOA. Okay. I don't want to stay too far from this location. Okay. Okay. I want a shower and a tub in my primary bedroom. Okay. Now, let me explain something to you. Okay, explain it to me. Explain it to me. Um, my credit score dropped to this point for this reason. So we're going to analyze and see what the problem is. Okay, we'll figure it out. So I'm knowing everything I need to know. Well, I don't want to move in a house yet because I want my credit score to go up. But I want to find me a house. Well, I have programs. I have ways of doing it. What I do. I said, well, if you got this credit score and we work on it, let's gonna start building a house. Build a house. So therefore, when we get our credit right, it's gonna take about 6 months to build a house at the longest. And by that time, we should be where we want to be. Credit score, they're gonna return when we do it anyway, and then we'll probably get a better deal at the end of the day. What about that? Let's try that. You want to try that? Let's do that. Okay, because they're not gonna lock it in no way to 60 days until completion until it's time to close. So we got time to work on our credit and then redo it credit and get a better interest rate. And hopefully we got a program going on that we can utilize. Does that sound cool with you? Okay, let's get it done. Let's keep this going. Let's keep going. Well, I don't have down payment money. Well, we got 6 months. 6 months to get that down payment money. If you know what the house is, because my main goal, if I can motivate you, and motivation don't come by guessing. Motivation comes by knowing that at the end of this rainbow, there's a pot of gold, right? At the pot of gold is your home. Not guessing that I'm gonna get this house, but knowing that this house is in construction, it's moving, everything's moving. I'm moving, they move, and we're doing it simultaneously. Why just wait and you just stay stagnant and you doing your thing and nobody over here doing nothing? By them building a house, you're getting more motivated, you're getting more excited, and you're getting ready to move into your new home. That's the most important thing, move into your new home. But we got to first understand that it's a process. And then, and another thing about when we buy a house, it's not always important about, well, I want this price range for a house. I don't want nothing higher than this price range. I don't care about that, no. I care about it, but that's not what I look for. What I'm looking for you, I'm gonna ask you a simple question. Simple question: what monthly payments are you comfortable in paying? That's it. That's when I start making it real. That's when I start making a reality about what is actually going on. Because it's important before you understand that this is what you're going to be paying each month for the next 30 years. Now, I got programs that help you speed up the payout. You pay the house out a lot quicker. But we're gonna stick on track what we're trying to do today. Okay, let's figure out how much I'm paying a month on these houses. That's the most important thing. What is my monthly payment? That's it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. When it's over with 281-513-2476. Now, I'm in Creek Haven at this moment, and I work with a lot of builders. I have one builder in particular is giving $50,000 towards building a home. Now, the question is this the right time to build a house? I just said I'm working with builders who give you $50,000 to build a home. Now, I don't know how long it's going to last. It's called flex money. We can use it for different things. Reduce the interest rate, building a house, reduce the price of the house, or adding some more amenities to the home, or using it for very different things. $50,000. When have you heard that a builder is giving $50,000 to build? And if I need more, I'll get more for you. Don't worry about that. I'll get you more. Okay? So those are some important things. But I don't just sell houses in Creek Haven. I sell houses in all those states in Texas. I sell houses in Dallas. I sell houses in Bronxville and San Antonio. I sell houses outside of Houston, surrounding Houston, the Katy area. I sell houses in the Woodlands. I sell houses all over. All price ranges. I'm not just I'm not just want to sell houses in a high market. I sell houses in real low market. Because it's important for me that I do what I love doing. Real estate. Real estate transactions. That's what I love. That's what I love doing. And I'm not going to show you a house. If this is for your family, and I'm talking about investment. Investment is different, but I'm not showing you a house that I don't even like for myself. And I have emotion attached to all houses, from the lower end to the higher end. And I don't discredit no level. If I don't like it for myself, I don't want you to see it. Did you just hear what I said? I don't care how much commission I'm getting off of it. If I don't like it, I don't want you to see it. And a lot of times, I get bonuses. So let's say interest rate, I got you at a 3.99 or 4.99. Okay? And a lot of times I give my bonus back to my clients. When I give my bonus to my clients, what we do with that money, what I normally do with that money, is that I give it to them. So I just a lot of times I jumped that 4.99 to a 4.75 or 3.75. Does it help again? How many family members does that? Because they just made that one sale for the year, and I'm quite sure they did an excellent job. But my job is that I don't want just one sale. I want your friends. I want your cousins. I want your brothers, your mothers, your brothers, your aunties. I want the whole generation, your generation, to come to Brittimes Realty. My number is 281-513-2476. So that one I just gave, it just helped you, but also you helping me. Now, I just said, I want your whole generation of family. If you're the Johnson, Smith, I don't care what they are. I want them all. But even though you refer me to them and y'all best of friends, I will not discuss what I did with that person to you, or from that other person to you, or no matter what. Now, they can discuss whatever they want. I just don't do that. That's not very professional, in my opinion. It's not very professional at all. So I won't discuss it. Okay? That's number one. Number two is that if you have any questions, because I can't read the statements as fast as I want to read it right now, just give me a call. 281-513-2476. Leave a voicemail. On my email address is Bruce, B-R-U-C-E, the @ BRITTIMES REALty.com. That's Bruce at BrittimesRealty.com. And I save people money all over. All over. So just because they got one price in now, I'm going to get that price reduced. But let's go over that. I think that's a good point to go to. Now, let's say we got this house. The market value of this home is $400,000. And that's the lowest that particular house can go in that community, $400,000. But I got a client say, I ain't paying over $300,000 for that house. Period. I don't care what they say, I ain't paying. Now, I understand. I wouldn't pay it either. But I go by the numbers. It's all by numbers. So I do like comp analysis. They call it CMA. You might have heard of that. Now this house is already at a bare minimum of $400,000, but you want to pay $300,000. Now let's say you got this house and you was blessed to get in at $300,000. What you just did to the other house is just like yours. You reduced the equity in that house. You shot it. And if I was that person who paid $400,000, you got the house for $300,000, and now $400,000 was the lowest. They already had the best deal, the lowest that was going in the neighborhood. I'd be very disappointed in the builders, how they treated me, because I just lost money in my investment. Because this is an investment. These are two things that's going to cost you a lot of money. I ain't say nothing about no marriage. I ain't say that. I said two things that's going to cost you. So people always bringing up personal stuff, but I had a great buying a car, buying a house. The house is going to be the most expensive thing that you can buy. Okay? So it's an investment. So when you're buying a house, you want to go in a neighborhood that's steady growing, the area that's steady growing. Like my mom did back in the state, they say you run out of land. And you never thought about that. But guess what? You actually run out of land. So because run out of land, prices of houses are going up. Because it's hard to get different land. It's hard to get land. So what I do is that my main goal is that I get you into a home by doing analysis of the property, projection. For example, I know back in the day, Glendale Lake, okay, the house that was selling now was $159. Can you guys believe $159,000? Isn't that a great deal? You can't go in that neighborhood now and get a house for $159,000. You can't go in there and get a house. You're lucky to get a house in there for $300,000 and nothing compared to the $159,000 house. Not even compared at all. Period. So to explain the equity aspect of how it grows, how it makes you money. You're making money buying a house. Now, this is what gets me a lot. People say, I don't want no more bills. I can't stand these bills. I can't stand them. Who loves bills? I hate them. I hate them. Can't stand these bills. Oh, no. That's what they're saying. But guess what? Are you renting right now? I'm just asking you a question. Hey man, don't get mad at me. I'm just asking a simple question. Are you renting right now? So, if you're renting right now, if your landlord decides to sell that property, how much money do you get? And you've been in that property for 5 years, how much you get out of the deal? Is this how much? Zero. But let's say you had your own property and you was living in that house for 5 years. Houses are going up, which means your house value gonna go up. And you say your house went up in 5 years, let's be very conservative, $60,000. Do that sound good to you? I'm kind of getting close because I can't hear you. Do that sound good to you? Let me clear my ear out so I can hear you. Does that sound good to you? Yes. So that tells me because I made money on that house, that it's not a bill, this is an investment. An investment. That's the difference. Your car, that's a bill. Even though it's one of the second highest things that you can buy, it's normally a bill unless you're doing Uber or something like that. You're making money with it. You're doing something with it. That's money. You're making some money with that. So now it's an investment because you need a nice price to go back and forth. I heard about the guys, how much the guys and ladies, how much they're making money. That was a great business plan that they came out with that. And it kind of hurt other industries though, but you're making money with that car that you bought or that van or that Escalade or whatever the case may be. You're making money with that. So now it's not a bill now. It's an investment. But you also can use it for your leisure time too. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Right? Right. But this house. So back to the house thing. We got so many things we can do with a house. We can sell it. We can rent it out. Airbnb it. If the neighborhood, if the HOA allow it, whatever the other different things, we can do those things with that. But when it's yours, you can't do none of that stuff. If it's not your house, like apartment or a house that you leasing, you're not. A lot of times you're not allowed to do that. Okay. So buying a house, let's do this together. Matter of fact, let's say this together. It is not a bill. Please understand that. It's not a bill. Okay? It is not a bill. Let's get that understood. All right? Let's get that understood. My name is Bruce Brittimes. My phone number is 281-513-2476. I am a real estate broker. And I love to help you find a home that fit your needs. Not my needs, yours. I like for us to team up as a team, analyze what we want into a home. Let's go find it. Let's go find it and get that deal that we want. Get the opportunity that we want of owning a home, living the American dream. I have so many different programs. I just talk about one program. I have a lot of limits that I work with. When I'm asking you questions, I ask you questions not just to be nosy. I am kind of, I like to use the word inquisitive. But I'm that way because I want to make sure I can make this transaction as easy as possible. Because when you start worrying about stuff, your hair gonna start looking like, bam, mine. You won't have it. It'll be gone. And it's important for you to let your hair go nice and pretty, because I don't think you can look as handsome as I with a bald head. May I say more? Okay? But anyway, I digress. So basically, I look at all those different things. I try to explain houses. So when you buy a house, it's just like buying a car, buying some kind of electronics. You need to know how this gadget works, how this stuff works. What can I do to preserve this? So I explain how. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, it's more than just buying a house. It's more than just going to a house and say, I'm gonna give me a sofa. I'm gonna put the sofa right here. I'm gonna give me a big screen TV for my big screen TV right here. And it's more than just that. Okay, so I try to explain everything I possibly can about when you're buying a house. What can you expect? So I mean, that's some of the things that you look at when you're buying a house. So I got distracted for a minute. I saw my agent coming in. But anyway, so it's more than just buying a house. I like to explain things with a house because a house is just like a gadget when you're buying gadgets from Micro Center or Best Buy, what case may be, you need to know how that stuff works. You need to know these things. So therefore, the same thing when I'm going in a house, I can look at from the outside of the house, I can tell if that house has liquid insulation or if it have a foam. I mean not foam, but have fiberglass insulation. I can look at it just from the outside. When I come in the house, I can look at the windows and let you explain to you why you have double pane windows and the reason why the outside panes might be hot or cold, whatever temperature on the outside, but it will not protrude inside your home because you have gas in between those panes that will regulate the temperature. So therefore, your temperature won't affect your utility bill because basically, if your window's hot on the outside and you have like single pane windows, it's gonna be hot on the inside, correct? So therefore, that's gonna make your light bill go up because AC got to work hard to keep the house warm. So it's a lot of different things that we look at when we try to explain to my client how to get that slime out of the pipe area. There's a lot of stuff like explaining those things. There's a whole lot of things that I like to explain to my client, not just sell you a house. That's not the only thing. Anybody, like I say, anybody can sell you a house. I'm also a licensed property arbitrator, property arbitrator. So I can help you with your property taxes. There's a lot of different things that we can do and get you into a home. But when you get into the home, I want you to stay there. But we got to know how we can save money, how we can preserve the house, how we can keep this house and pass it along to our next generation, to our next kids. Or leave it to whoever you want to leave it to, or leave it to a nonprofit, or however you want to do it. But our main goal is to do something like that. Okay? So if you have any questions, I would love the opportunity to speak with you. All you have to do is just call me. My name is Bruce Brittimes. I'm a real estate broker for Brittimes Realty. And my number is 281-513-2476. 281-513-2476. I'm going to do something that I wasn't planning on doing, but I'm asking my agent to come ask me some questions, okay? And she ain't giving me no answer. Come here, Crystal. Come here. She's going to be on TV. Just come on here. Come on here. Okay. So she can be over there. You can be over there. You can go over there. Y'all can't see. She don't want to be seen. But look at me. I ain't got no hair. I don't want to be seen, but I'm seen anyway. Okay, look, Crystal, Mr. Hill, I just want to ask you a question. Ask me some questions that you might think people might want to know. It could be hard. So if I don't get the answers right, y'all forgive me. Give me another chance. But chances are I'm going to get it right. And Crystal, talk loud enough so people can hear you. Okay? And not try to answer the question. So y'all all right with that? Okay. All right. Say something. Talk loud.
Okay, so how much down payment will they need for this home?
Well, with the particular home she's talking about right now, this is a $400-some thousand house, $460,000 house. Okay. And hi, there's another agent coming in. Oh my God, we have so much fun. Okay, I just have both ask me questions. You can go over that side too. She don't want to be on the picture there, so you go over there too. Go over there, and y'all just take turn asking me questions. Now, the question she asked me, how much you have to pay down for this home? Well, you got different things that we can take. Number one, we can use USDA. USDA is a loan that do 100% financing. We can use that in this area, okay? So you have to have normally a 640 credit score. Or we can use We use FHA loan. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So FHA requires 3.5% down. All right. Now we can go all the way down to a 500 credit score in the FHA loan with my lenders. Then some let's see, what else can we get? We use conventional loan. That's good. Now sometimes they require like 3%. Okay. So it depends on what kind of credit score you got and which one benefits you. It's not just picking a loan that gets you financed. For example, if I pick the FHA loan, a lot of times people pick the FHA loan because it's easy to qualify. The only bad thing is that some people might say is that you have to pay escrow. Escrow is a little extra payment you pay that you put aside to pay for your taxes and stuff like that. But some people say it's pretty cool because guess what? They ain't got to worry about coughing up their money at the end of the year. But once you have 20% equity in your property, you can move over. A lot of times people move over to conventional loan because therefore they can save another probably $160, $200, maybe $300 on their monthly payment, maybe even more. It depends on the price of the house. So it depends what we're looking at, but our strategy goal is to get into the home, and then as we get into the home, if we need to refinance because we get a better interest, we'll do that. If not, we're stuck in our, we know we got this good interest rate of 4.99 or 3.99 for the duration of the loan. Okay. Now the other different type of loans too. She asked me one person, but I'm gonna elaborate on some other things too, like ARM. ARM is something good too. It used to be a bad word back in the day. Oh Lord, I used to hate that word. Arm. It used to break my arm. That's how bad it used to be. But it got a lot of people in trouble because they really didn't know how to use it. And the arm was really good for investors. That's what it was really good for today. So what ARM does, ARM, for example, I have a builder who has an ARM program right now. And let's go back. Back in the day when they had ARM, it might have had a low interest rate, and it might start at a very competitive interest rate. But when it cut off, when it stopped, it was at a high 8, high 9. Ooh, Lord, people lost their houses. They went foreclosed. It was like a madhouse around here. It was crazy. But guess how ARMs are now? They got ARMs down. I got one good. They got ARM started off at a 1.99 interest rate. Yeah, did you hear what I just said? I said a 1.99 interest rate for the first year. That's how much it gives me the house. The second year, it jumps up to a 2.99. Yep. And then the rest of the years with the house is at a 3.99 for the rest of the years. And that's kind of cool because it locks at a 3.99 compared to back in the old days, it locked at an 8 or 10, whatever they feel like they want to lock it at. Okay, so right now, the ARM is a great program to get into a home. It's an awesome program. But like I said, if you want to learn more about that, just give me a call, 281-513-2476. I would love the opportunity to talk with you about it because it's important for me so you be financially aware of buying a home. It's easy to buy a home. Just like easy paying that bill that you call an apartment that you're gonna never own. Or paying for that beautiful car that you got in your driveway. That ain't gonna never make you no money. It's gonna depreciate every time you drive. If you don't drive, it's still gonna depreciate anyway. Unless it's an antique. Okay? But when you're buying a house, it's going to increase in value. You need $20,000. Let's go get a loan off your house. You need some more money for your kids because our merchant came out of nowhere. Let's go get some money out of the house. But normally you can't do that with a car. Okay? Now, I got another person here. Woo! I'm scared of her because she has to be tough question. She has a tough question. Oh my God. All right, Swallow. All right, she's gonna ask me a question. She's thinking, inquiring minds want to know. Woo! She scares me. She's scaring me though. It takes too long. Oh, they teamed up on me now. Oh, Lord. If it's about real estate, I mean, I can answer the real estate question. I can answer them. Okay? I don't care. I can answer them.
How do these loans that you just spoke about, how do they differ from a person with a VA loan? Good one.
Ooh, look at they say good one. Look at that good one. You know what? That was a good question. She's saying the loans that I spoke about, what makes them so different from a VA loan? Okay, and what makes the difference is that when you're dealing with the VA, when VA military, there's people who serve our country, they want to say thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Matter of fact, I have a program on the 18th. that we are having a tour at Creek Haven for VAs. But you more than welcome to come out here too. But we're going to thank you for your service because of you guys, we are able to live this type of freedom that we're currently experiencing and helping our dreams come true. But basically, a VA loan, a lot of times these people have a DD 214. What that is, it's a piece of paper to say that they have eligibility for this amount that the government is going to cover like 25% of the loan. Okay, so if they default on the loan, the government is going to say we're going to pay for 25% of that, so they cover. So a lot of times when they get a house, they don't have to worry about paying on down payment. Everything's regulated on how much they have to pay, everything. How much interest rate you can charge them, how much you can charge them on fees, everything has already been negotiated. Okay, but the difference is that the only difference and that's the difference. On the VA loan, you don't have to pay no down payment, but you still got to pay closing costs. And what we do at Brittimes Realty, we make sure we help you get the closing costs money, knowing we have the bill to pay the closing costs for you. I hope they answer your questions, but if you have any questions about VA loan or any questions about any loans that we can get you qualified for, just give me a call at 281-513-2476, 281-513-2476. I would love the opportunity to talk to you about homes. I can talk about homes all day long. You can talk about anything else, and it's gonna be a good 2 or 3, 4 seconds. But we're talking about real estate. Girl, I could run my mouth all day on and on and on and on and on because it's so much fun for me to talk to you about real estate. Okay? So, I went outside for a minute. What y'all, Ms. Hill, give me another question. And it's like a shotgun interview because guess what? I wasn't planning, but some of the questions you might want to ask me, and I can't read it. I can't read none of your stuff that you're asking me. I see somebody say, "Wow." I don't know what you mean by "wow." Maybe because I have a nice haircut. I don't know what it is. But thank you so much. Okay. So Ms. Hill, ask me a question.
As far as closing goes, credit score, can we get their credit? We need to let them know how we can get their credit up to where it needs to be to apply for these homes with the FHA loan, conventional, and so forth.
Well, she said a mouthful right there. Oh Lord.
And the benefits that we have for military as far as their credit scores go.
Okay, Lord. She gave me five things. So I think I probably answered in 2 questions. Now, let's start with regular person, okay? Person who's in the serving in the military. Well, credit score, if you need down payment assistance and your credit score is not, you have to have a credit score, at least a 620 credit score to get down payment assistance. Now, you still can get a house, but for getting down payment assistance, you have to have a credit score of at least a 620. Now, by getting a credit down payment assistance, it will affect your interest rate. Sometimes it's a 0.75% increase. It depends on how much money you borrow. Okay, but we can talk about that later. We still can make that happen no matter what. The second thing is that for VA, like I said, VA don't require down payment assistance no more. I mean, you don't need down payment assistance for VA. And on top of that, you don't even they don't even have a credit requirement. No, don't have. I got a person approved with a 477 credit score. You heard what I just said. I said 477 credit score. Can you believe it? But guess what? She's a great person. We all go through things in life, and we just need somebody to give us the opportunity. So when you come and talk to me, I'm gonna ask you about your credit score. I'm not gonna pull your credit score. I'm just gonna ask you. Just be honest with me, so I know what lender I can send you to, because all lenders are not the same. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So give me a call at 281-513-2476, 281-513-2476. I'm having such a great time this year. I think I haven't answered all y'all questions, but I know if you give me a call, I can answer any questions that you may have. I can help you in houses in Houston, also surrounding Houston. I can help you in houses in Dallas, San Antonio, Nebraska. So we're now I'm in Creek Haven. But I said houses in Katy. I said houses in Missouri City, Sugar Land. I said houses in Humble, the Woodlands, Lamarck, Galveston, whatever you say. Don't worry about it. I know pretty much all the builders. I talk to everybody. Everybody knows me. If they don't know me, they don't get to know. Okay, and our main goal is to get you the best deal. So thank you guys so much. My name is Bruce Brittimes. I'm a real estate broker for Brittimes Realty. I want to say thank you, Miss Crystal. Thank you, Mr. Waller, for all y'all questions y'all gave me. That was very tough questions y'all have. Well, they weren't they were being real nice to me. But I have deals that I have worked that work on when you sell. Let me see how you look ball here. But at the end of the day, once you have a good day, thank you for using Brittimes Realty. My number is 281-513-2476. 281-513-2476. And please refer me to your friends. I won't discuss nothing about how I got you into a loan, but please refer me to some of your friends. If not, won't you come? Like when church, will you all come, please? Come and get your house today. My name is Bruce Brittimes. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Hey, how y'all doing?
That was a good one.
Girl, just having fun. I ain't gonna waste time.
I didn't hear.
Girl, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm explaining. I asked you to do her. I didn't do no rag thing. She came and did it, and it ain't did nothing. I'm like,
I think they did.
I ain't gonna do nothing. We go high that long. I mean, high house too. I asked. I said, man, look. And he did all this other stuff.
They're trying to add your money in here.
I'm deep out of it.
Good, right.
You know how little girl was sweating him a straight time. Ain't white no more. Shit. Ain't white no more out of
I
here.
might have a client. How much is that service again?